Hey, what's going on? This is WillGraham13, and this is a video response to EDT1138's Top 3 Tuesday question. Question asked by Spritesandbytes, and the question is, what are your top 3 games or game-related items that you fought tooth and nail for? This one wasn't really too easy because I typically don't have to fight tooth and nail for a lot of stuff. I have kinda, but I had to dig back. So anyhow, let's get to it. Number 3 would have to be Naruto 4 for the Genesis for the Japanese GameCube. The reason being is because it was at a Salvation Army, and I guess it kind of looks like an audiobook because there was an old lady in her 60s, and she had it in her cart, and she had it with a bunch of audiobooks, just stacked with a bunch of audiobooks, and I happened to see the Japanese characters on the label, and I was curious, and I also seen the picture of an anime girl with the Tomy on it, and I knew exactly what it was, and I knew it was Naruto 4, which isn't a cheap game. Check it out. But so I said to her, I said, hey, that's not an audiobook. I don't want you to spend money. You know, I'm like, I'm trying to help. You know, I'm trying to help you out, man. And she goes, oh, okay, well, you know, I'll put it back. And I said, oh, okay, yeah, let me go ahead and take that. And I said, thanks. It's a video game. I'll go ahead and take it from you. So that's how I got Naruto 4. Was, you know, for the Japanese GameCube. Was for telling the lady that, hey, it's not an audiobook. So I didn't really have to fight tooth and nail for it, but trust me, I would have given her a rear naked choke if she wouldn't have just doled it out to me. I swear. But yeah, that's, anyhow, Naruto 4. Number 3. Then, my number 2 is Fear Effect 2. It was at a Goodwill, and it was in a shelf, or a display case, where they keep their, I don't know, where they keep stuff that they think is valuable, I don't know, but it was only $5.99, but there was a guy who was kneeling down there, and he had a Goodwill employee, and she had it open, and he was pointing at stuff and talking to her, and I seen her, and I seen it going on, and I walked over there, and he got up, and he walked over to his wife, or girlfriend. I went over there, and I seen a boxed Frogger for the Atari XE. I seen a bunch of stuff, and then I seen this, and I asked the lady, I said, hey, can I have that? And she looked over at him and handed it to me, and I seen the price was $4.99, and I opened it up, and I seen that it was complete and everything, and I'm like, awesome. It's a lesbianic adventure game. Awesome. so and it's what I've been wanting ever since you know, Fear Effect 1. I'm a fan of this game, and for $4.99 I was pretty stoked to find it. That guy comes back over, and he sees me with it, and he goes, hey, what's going on here? You know, and I said, hey, I didn't really say anything. I just kind of walked over and paid for it. He offered me $10, you know, for it after I paid $5, and I'm like, no, I'm a collector, man. I'm just gonna take it. You know, and that was it. He kind of argued a little bit and stuff, said some choice words. I was with my wife and kids, so I wasn't going to get into it too much with him. I felt like taking my glasses off and getting down with it, but I didn't. So anyhow, I walked out with this. Didn't have to fight too much tooth and nail for it, but it was a bit of a problem. So number 2, Fear Effect 2. And of course, you've heard the story before. I've told it in one of my pickup videos, but maybe some people haven't heard it, so my number 1 is Eternal Darkness for the GameCube. And I don't even know if you have a GameCube. It's a crazy game. It'll kind of make you crazy, so get a GameCube just for this. I'm telling you. That's probably why Spritesandbytes is kind of crazy, because of Eternal Darkness. Just jokes. But this game is a game that I have been looking for about a year. Still haven't come across it. Finally did. When I did, it was at a Goodwill. It was during spring break, so there was a lot of kids out, a lot of collectors out of school, a lot more competition. So at a Goodwill, I get there at 9 when it was opened. Actually, I got there at about 9:05. Walk over to the game section, or the DVD section with the games. There's already a guy there. I walk over, he's looking through the games, he's beating me, so I walk over to the DVDs right next to it, and I'm kind of looking at the DVDs, and I look, stalking this kid, you know, looking out of the corner of my eye what he's looking at. I see him pull down this, and I know what it looks like. I've been looking for this game, just haven't been able to find it. He pulls it down, he opens it up, he sees it's complete, he takes the disc out, he looks at it, sees it's in immaculate shape, he blows on it, I don't know why, he rubs it on his damn shirt, he puts it back in the case, and he looks it over and sees that it's perfectly fine, and then he holds it, and then he sets it on top of the shelf, right where he's at in his general vicinity, and then he looks down and he sees in a bin, and he sees a Sonic cartridge, and he's kind of weighing them up. And I'm watching him the whole time, you know, I'm watching him with clenched fists, you know, because I'm about ready to jack him for it. And finally, he sets this down and takes the Sonic cartridge and walks away. My heart just went from my stomach back to where it belonged, because I was ready to jack the kid for it. I was ready to follow him and say, hey, I'll pay you $20 for it after you get out of the store. I mean, seriously, it was $4. I was ready to knock him out to get this game. But this is a game that I would have fought tooth and nail for if he would have taken it. But thank God he decided to take a not for resale version of Sonic for it. So this is my #1 game that I fought tooth and nail for. And I know I've talked about it too much, but I love it. I've been playing the hell out of it. I'm kind of stuck in it, but that's all right. I'm not gonna look up walkthroughs. I'm not gonna do any of the cheats. Nothing. I'm just gonna keep on plugging away at it. So that's my #1, and that is Eternal Darkness for the GameCube. So those are my 3 games that I fought tooth and nail for, kind of. It's kind of a hard question for me, but you know, that's it. But it's a good question, Sprites and Bytes. Kind of stumped me. But thanks, EDT1138. Thanks, Sprites and Bytes. Good question. See you guys next Tuesday, I'm sure. Have a good one.